Schluss mit.
Hello everyone, cncHD here, and welcome back to some more map building. We're continuing with the map which we left last time, which is the map for the free versus free community 50k players. Last time we left here at this state, we built the bridge. And we did build this road, which looks really nice. Also, we made all the texture, we retextured it, and yeah. Today we will continue here with the other part of the map to make it symmetrical to this one. And we will also build in these supply docks. So let's go with this. First off, I'm very happy with how this went here. So let's continue this over here. Also, welcome everybody. Hey, John Megacycle in the Twitch. Welcome, welcome. And also welcome MW69 in YouTube. So let's start here. Make this terrain even. I think we had this, the height of 18.75. Let's bring this over here, which is 30. And we apply this here with a big brush. So, hope everybody had a great day. And you enjoyed your Sunday evening. Or noon. Or afternoon. I don't know what time it is for you at the moment. But I hope you enjoyed your day today. I just came back from eating ice cream with my 3 little nephews. Was a great time. Always enjoyable. Okay, so let's make this even here, and then we need to work on the water path. So how was your day, John Megacycle? Did you stream today or play some Factorio? I checked in last time on the Factorio stream. Damn, it's complicated. It's Factorio is one of the games which is too complicated for my mind. But it's great that you can play so efficiently in it. I respect that a lot. And it shows a high level of understanding for this technical stuff of the conveyor belts and so on. Always confuses me to see this stuff. Okay, let's make this here even. That looks good. Here we need to work with a smaller brush. Like so. Okay. Same thing here on there. Smaller brush. Alright. And let's increase this here. Bring this to the same size. And let's also make this the lock angle. So it looks a bit more narrow. Like so. Excellent. And I don't think the music is really fitting. Let me change the music really quick. Need something more relaxing. Yeah, let's go with this. This is great. Something more relaxing for the map, world building. Good, now this road needs to disappear. Don't need it anymore. Was a nice try, but let's delete it again. We also delete this texture. Okay, music is too loud. Now it's better. Okay, now how did we do this on the last time? We had this texture and we did this large blob to the map outside. Let's do this here as well. So we have it symmetrical. We will start off here. Was it here at this part or at the road part? At the dock part or the road part? On the anchor. So right where the anchor is. Alright. Where the anchor is, we put our sidewalk down. Yeah, like so. Here we put our sidewalk down. Probably there as well. Now let's continue with this. Let's see how this will go. You can also use the lock angle and just go boop. And boop. There we go. And T on the right as well, where the anchor is. I think that's a bit too big. But on the other part of the map it's as well, so let's go with this. Make this symmetrical. And there we go. Alright. Now we need to use the flood fill. Boom. Oh, wow. Oh, holy shit. That went super wrong. Okay, something is leaking. Let's try it again. And now it worked. Okay. The bridge was leaking. Okay, now let's use the sidewalk. I'm still not 100% happy with the sidewalk, but it is at the moment the best solution which we can use. So here goes the sidewalk. Bring it all down to the map. Okay. On the right as well. And here I would like to have the anchor as my point. Yeah, let's do it like this. It's a bit going down the hill, but nobody will notice. Only I will notice that this piece is floating. Maybe we can apply a bit here, as it's irritating me a lot. So let's use 30 and bring that thing on. Like so. Yeah, this works. Now this is better. Okay, bring the sidewalk down. All the way down. And now we edge out the concrete parts here, which we do not want to have sticking out. So let's delete all of these. There we go. Have them be gone. I don't want any ugly concrete pieces. Okay, this goes away, this goes away. You also go away. Really an annoying work here to do this, but it must be done. But I'm not I'm not changing with the dirty work of the coding. I've watched a bit of coding videos recently, and damn, this is a lot of, how do they call it, monkey work. So I rather do this work with the etching out than the monkey work some developers have to do with all the copy pasting and coding, and ugh. You can get dizzy by watching this. All the lines, all the coding. Gets crazy there. Yeah, it wouldn't be something for me. Okay, we are outside of the map border, but I still continue to do this because it is satisfying me to continue this in some weird way. Okay, now we are good. And now on the right side as well, which seems not to be the case so much. Just a few parts sticking out here. Not much. There's absolutely nothing here. We can just go here and swoop over it. Yeah. Oh, on the right. Oh, wow, okay. On the right side we do have quite a lot. So let's work on the right side. I was like, hey, okay, nothing to be done here. And then I looked on the right side. Okay, right side needs fixing. Oop, there we go. Fix the right side. I hope we do not encounter any big tiles here, as we can only blend out so much. Okay, we are almost through. And then the fun part begins. With drawing the lines on the road. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. And we made it! Hooray! Let's continue to the bottom of the map, even though it's not necessarily needed. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That was this part. It's like a nice clean road. And now we go over and take the white lines. First the guard tower. Bring this one into the middle. And then bring the arrow to the left. This arrow to the right. Like so. Okay. Why are these arrows so short and this is so long? This is better. Okay. Guard tower is here. There's the door. And now let's work on the line. The white line. There we go. That's a distance of 71 feet between the line and the arrow. The sidewalk, I mean. So 71 feet. First the white line. Use lock angle. Okay, and now 71. This is 91. So we need to bring this up by 1. I think we still need to bring it up by 1, but let's see. 77. It should be good. Should be alright. Okay. Now how much distance between the lines? We have a distance of 42. And I believe these arrows are a bit longer. 42. So let's bring in another white line. Boop. Distance of 42. So that would be here. Like so. Yeah, that's the correct distance. Now let's work on these arrows. And make them a bit shorter. Like this. And like this. Okay. Arrows are also finished. Now let's copy this over to the right. Like so. And you as well. And this should also be 42. Which it is. Excellent. Okay. Now how long is this? On the right side, we do have a distance of 223 to the bottom. 223. Which is this length. So we go down this length. This one? Yes. This is a perfect length. And now let's see the distance between the right and the left, the sidewalk and the line. So here the distance is exactly what? 63. Want to keep this distance, 63. Seems to be a bit more here. This is 93. 63 would be... this. This is 63. So let's bring this whole mess a bit more to the right. Like so. 63. There we go. Hey, firearm! It's going great. Had a big chunk of ice cream. Had a good walk with my 3 nephews in the sun outside. Was great. How are you, firearm? Hope you are great. Okay, this looks aligned here. Now let's check on the left. Should be 63 ideally. And it is 60. I mean, it's almost there. 60. And let's check here. 69. I mean, 69 is a great number, but we don't want it. I love me some 69. Let's bring this to the left. Like so. So, like this. Use coordinates! Firearm is going crazy here. I am not drunk. Okay. Well, you can also be drunk, I don't mind. No, firearm, I'm not using coordinates. Especially here, you cannot use coordinates. I mean, you can look on the bottom. No, I'm not using coordinates. No. Not happening. I refuse. I refuse to do this. Now, where's the yield? The yield part. Take the ruler. Go from the top to the bottom. And see where the yield is. Can you please? There we go. 260 is the yield. Let's go here by 260. 260. It is here. Here. Right, so here's the yield. Right here in the middle. Yes, there's the yield. Okay, and how lengthy is the yield? I think I can go by eyes with this, but it has 41. So 41. With my eyes I can tell this is a bit to the right. This should be the length we are looking for. 41. So this is the length we are looking for. I want this a bit more to the right. Tiny bit more. Like so. At least use CTRL plus F. Top view can measure more accurately than this. I mean, I could do this, yeah. I mean, you're right. You are right. But I prefer this more. I like this view more. Okay, where's the yield? Bring this first down here. Angled. Lock angle. Okay, how much is this going down? I can do it with this. I mean, you are right. So how long is this? 355. And here we have not as much. We need to go all over to here to the right. There. This length. A bit shorter. Yes, this is the length we are looking for. And now let's bring in the yield. Why don't you copy all this and paste here? You cannot copy the lines. If you copy the lines, then this will happen. Which gets messy. All of this gets messy. That's why I'm not copy pasting it. That is the reason. With lines you cannot copy paste. Okay, yield. Vert yield. There it is. Is this more to the right or more to the left? It is exactly in the middle. Now you know, Firearm. Now you know. Now it's in the middle. Okay, and here on the left we need to go down more. As this is more lengthy than the other one. But I think I will also go here with this part more down. So, like so. So we are aligned with the left. Is this still the same? 34. Yeah, I thought so. This is a bit unsymmetrical. Now it is aligned. Okay, this should be good. So here we have 49 now. 41. 43. Let's try this. 41. Okay. And here it is perfectly fine. Now we have this all aligned. Except for this is a bit more to the top. Now, like this. I mean, nobody will notice. But I still want it perfect. Now, how long does this go? On the bottom part, we have this one finished. And now there comes the caution part. The caution part comes in at... When we go from the yield, we are at 34.5. Let's say 35. 35. Take here the yellow area. The lock angle. So weird. I think I need to work with manual rotating. Okay, a 35. Which would be here. There's 35. So here. About the lock angle. Okay. Let's take the measurement. Yeah, let's go by this. This is okay. That long leg is not in line with the dotted lines. Is it? I mean, it's okay. It's a bit messy here, but I don't think anybody will notice. I can't imagine that anybody will notice. Oh yeah, okay. This is not aligned. Need to be here. Like this. Now it is in line. Same with this. Okay, now it should be good. Right one needs to be a bit longer. Like so. Yeah, now it should be good. Okay, about this caution part. It is sticking just a tiny little bit out of this line. Let's see how long this is. 88. 88 in length. So if we take the ruler, should be 88, which is here. Here, this is the length we need. Hey, Velocious. Only Adrian and Timberall would notice that. Yeah, I mean, true. They are masters in this. They would totally notice this. Okay, now let's bring this in here. Ah, damn it. I hate it when this happens. I hate this so much. I created this dot there now on the line, and I cannot remove it now. I hate it when this happens. Okay, oh, Firearm I mean, to be fair, Firearm noticed it. He did notice it and he did write it down. It's true. I can confirm. Firearm noticed it. Okay, how long is this? 76. 76. This is definitely not 76. There we go. It's a bit more lengthy. Of course. Now the stupid line is killing me. You know what? I hate this when this happens. So let's do this. Because I do not like this dot there. Remove this and remove all of this. Bring this piece in and... Oop. Not with me. Cannot fool me. Okay, now we are good. Okay, now to this piece. This is the length we want. Lock angle stays in. And now we make it a rectangle. Okay. Like so. I would use the lock angle, but I fear that it's messing with me. It will mess with me, yeah. It looks a bit out of shape. This looks much better. Still on the top, it's a bit too big. Let's bring this a bit in. Now we should be good. Here, this part goes down too heavy. This part. And to this position. It should be like so. So. Yeah, this should be the part. I think this is okay. Good. Let's leave it at this. Okay, now what did we do on the other part? I think we put in a caution. Yes, we added in a caution 2 times. Caution and caution. Like so. Have the feeling that this rectangle is smaller than the other one. This has a measurement of... Oh, come on. Ah, come on. I hate this. Let's say 78. I would say 78, and this is way too big. Because this one has... come on. Just put yourself on the dashed line. This one is 93. Needs to be much smaller. Lock angle, go away. This should be good. $73. A bit smaller. Tiny bit. There we go. Create area and then copy paste it over here and then create a box over. Yeah, an area would be a good idea. Let's use an area. Problem with the area is this one is rotated. Yeah, the area won't work. Only thing I can do is with the measurement tool, which is 73. put a structure. I mean, a structure is also a good idea, Velocious. True that. True that. Okay, this is 71 now. We need to be at 73. Okay, now this should be good. I'm confident that this is good now. So that let's leave it like this. The line here is doing weird flex. This is better. And then this is out of line.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Hey, thanks for the subscription, Plain and Swift. Much appreciated. Okay, we should be good on this. Now if we check. This is 42. This is 42. Yeah, so we are good on this one. Alright. Now to the dotted part. The dot line. First we need this line here. This is 72. I feel like this is a bit more lengthy than the other part. It is not. Okay. 72. So let's have it at 72 here on the left. This is why I hate detailing and ends up not having any good deco on my map. Yeah, true. I agree so much. 72 I said. Not this one. This one. 72. What happened here? Okay. Line deleted itself. 72. Bring this in. Take the ruler. And that is 86. 72 would be here. So here. Yep, there we go. That is 72. Now let's do this with this line as well. This is not working for some reason. Also not 72. Can you please not be an ass and just... Okay, I was on the wrong point. Okay, I see. Take everything back. Now you are at 72. Yeah, this looks alright. I always do main layout first, then I go for texture and deco. I have the main layout in my head for this whole part. But I'm currently focusing on this part because I currently have it in mind how I did this. Because I want this part to be exactly mirrored to this part. So I'm finishing this off first before I move over to the other part of the map. Okay, now we come to the dotted line. This will be a bit more difficult, I believe. I don't believe these were so complicated, but distance. Let's check the distance. We have a distance of 42. Let's see if we can replicate this here on the other part. 42 with a small dotted line. Yep, there we go. And this should be the exact same size for the dotted line. Now this is so confusing. It looks so out of shape. This should be it. Nah, this can't be. 42. Must be somewhere here. Like so? I think so. Yep, this looks much better. I can work much better with this view, not with the bird view. Much better with this view. I love the detail you put into your work and maps. I would have given up hours ago. Oh, I believe you would be perfect in this, John. I mean, you are a mastermind in Factorio. Let's be honest with this. You create crazy factories. I think you would be pretty good in this one, John. Okay, how much is the distance? There's not much distance in here. 27. I really would like to have a CTRL plus F1, like a shortcut, so I can easily jump to another position, like in-game. So you can jump to one position at a time with shortcuts. That would be amazing. Now, what did I say? 27. Is there not a default dotted line? There is, but I don't like it. There's the first time I've seen someone using a ruler tool. I have it from Legionnaire. Legionnaire showed it in his World Builder tutorials, and since then I'm using it. Before Legionnaire I also didn't use it. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, we can check on the ruler, on the dotted line, but I don't like it. It's a dotted line I don't like. So let's see, dotted line. Was in here somewhere. There's two line. No, that's the 2 lane. It was here. Arrow long, directional arrow long. Caution, stop here, no symbol. Dashed line white. Thick line. Yeah, I think this is the one. I'm much more happy with this one. I believe this was the dotted line. And there was a dotted line with the 2 lane. Like so. I'm still much more a fan of this than this. From what I remember, you could jump around the map using waypoint. Okay, waypoint is much better. Thank you, the critical stinker. Thank you. Make missions, bro. First I'm making the tournament map for General Sahel. Will be the first on my agenda. Next I will make mission maps. But right now, let's concentrate on this 50k map for the 3 versus 3 community. Okay, let's continue working on this here. Should be aligned. Looks good. I wish I could copy paste this, but again, if you copy paste this, it will bug out. So we need to do it like so by eye. Yeah, not like so. Ah, come on! Stop being bubblegum. What dough? You're not dough. You're aligned and you want to be aligned on that road. Stop fooling around. There we go. Okay, continue. Why is it so hard to create a dot? Ah! Like so. Okay, this will be the last line, because this is outside of the map. There we go. You can copy paste roads, but you need to copy it at a site space. Okay. If you can use the new World Builder test version, it no longer has the bug with road copy paste. Oh, really? Then why am I using this version? Huh, should really use the other version then. It was on the World Builder Discord, I remember. I had it downloaded. Ah, good to know. Thank you, Velocious, for saying that. That will make it way easier then. Okay, we had it like so. Now let's check on the other part. For the next video, I will keep it in mind. Okay, this is aligned here with the other part. And then we have the dotted part to the bottom. Let's do this. So this goes down to here. And then we have the dotted part. Just ask Adrian, he also nerd tester for his new world builder. Yeah, Adrian is a really hardcore nerd. You can find it on the World Builder Firearm. Also in the Community Outpost Discord. There it is also. Community Outpost, World Builder chat. Should be pretty easy to find. It's not that buried there yet. But for scripted kinda messed up for now. Yeah, FreeCG was also a crazy map maker. He went into detail really hard. He didn't create the detail, he was the detail. Okay, let's make it like this. I know there's the bird view, but I prefer this. This way. I like it way better like this. We can check with the bird view afterwards. And you will be the last dot. Oh, let's make one more. And let's check with the bird view. Looking good. Okay. Save. Let's also drink something. Drinking, very important. Alright. See you soon, the Critical Stinker. Thank you for joining. Okay. Now this part should be way easier than the roads, as we can just copy paste this. Copy paste. Stupid lock angle. And let's bring this over here. Now we need to rotate it into shape. Which shouldn't be this hard. 45 degree. Lock angle. There we go. And move this part down a little bit more. And you go here. 45 degree. And you as well. And now we take the lamps. Now the lamps were in the middle, I believe. Let's also rotate them. This is not 145. Let's see. Minus 50 doesn't make sense. I think it's minus 45. Yeah, minus 45. And this one is... Oh, not this one. Lamp. You will be 135. There we go. Not that piece. Okay, these look good. Excellent. And let's bring them over here. I believe they were there, as it's the middle point. The bushes are the easiest one, as they're just staying in the corner. You as well, and you as well. Corner bushes. Best bushes you can have. Like so. Now why do I have so many bushes left? Let's bring them here in the middle. And middle. And now it makes sense. And you also are middle bushes. Okay. Looking good. In workshop publish. Yeah, he listed that as well. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. It's also there in publish. Did I put 2 parts or 1 part? 2 parts. I will go by eye. I believe this is a bit more to the left. With the lock angle. Now let's copy paste this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Very happy. Okay, we have successfully copy pasted this over. Was a bit of a hassle, but it is done. Now we can come up with an idea for the supply docks. Now obviously this is a map for players who want to spend lots of cash. They need lots of room. They want to go big on this island. So it would be necessary that we don't have too much detail here. The players want to go in here with their worker, their dozer, and they want to build. Crazy amount of buildings. They really want to go nuts here. So let's give them that building space. Okay, I'm thinking here a little bit. I could do it like this, or we just place it down here. And then we rotate this by so. But building a supply stash there is hard. Not really in favor of this. Maybe we do it like this. Then the technical can still drive through here to harass also Humvees. you still have enough place and room and space to build a supply center here. Or supply stash. I believe this should be fine. Now we need to check this. Where's our starting position? There, right next to it. Okay. So let's go in-game. We need to check this. Also, how much building space is there? I will check with a GLA and then check with a China. This is really important. Okay, there's the map. We are GLA first.
I will obey.
And let's check. So first here we have a good amount of building space.
What do you want with me?
We can build here if we want to. Not here, which is okay. But we can build here. This is easily built. And perfectly aligned here to the supply dock. It can be a bit difficult. We need to check with the supply center of the China.
Okay, I will work.
And we can walk
I do what I am.
pass by.
I will go.
It's a bit difficult. I think a technical will have his difficulties. I'm not super 100% happy with it. Need to bring this a bit more down. So let's go back to the world builder. Needs to be perfect. If we bring it down here, so directly to the road, maybe a bit of distance, so we have it like this. Now, there's still not enough space here for the supply center of China. We need to test this. Let's restart. Would be interesting if there is a convoy that could refill the supply dock every 10 to 20 minutes. I think No Mercy built on something like that.
Hungry.
So it's possible, but I don't think the players really liked it. I saw some criticism
You change your
in
mind.
game replays that players didn't like it,
I will go.
as it was confusing the players. But yeah, it's possible to do. GLA can fit in. China will have its problems.
Just a peasant.
Need to move it a bit more to the river. Bring this bit more down. Okay, let's recheck. Did I save? No, I saved.
Yes.
Now it should be good. Next we check with China. Here on this position it's easy. Super easy. But here it's difficult. Okay, yeah, this should be enough space.
I'm just a
We can
peasant.
also walk
I will do what I
and
must.
drive here at the river. You also need to consider that players can harass here, so it's important to check this.
Okay, okay, I will work. With the busy. Hammer is
Let's build a technical. Next we need to come up with a solution for the building space for the 3 players. It's quite a big naval base.
building construction. I will obey.
Need to check on this.
Okay, okay, I will work.
Okay, so how's the technical coming along here?
We got it going.
He can easily drive around here.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know.
And he can harass. Yeah, he can harass.
Yes, I know. We got it
Can
going.
also drive over this
Run. Find me a crash site.
stuff,
Find me
which
a
is
crash site. Find me a
good.
crash site.
And the road,
Yes, I know. Hang
also
on.
good.
Float it. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Float it. It's still
All
run.
perfect. Now we check with China.
We have big plans.
As China is the most clunky of them all. Chunky. Most chunky one.
We have big plans.
They are big. They need lots of space.
Looks promising.
Yes, that works perfectly. Can easily build a supply center here. Good. Now that we know this, I think I will delete the wall. I'm not quite a fan of it. Let's delete this wall. And let's bring in a bit of a wall piece in here. What I'm thinking is, if we take a look at Bangor Base, we had this entrance here. It was here. There was the entrance. It was not here. Where's that entrance? Here? Yeah, here. There's the entrance. What I'm thinking is we break through here. Exactly like we see it here with this fence. We will break through there, and there's the supply center. Same of the other side on the road. Oh, yeah, I still wanted to build in the stop signs, I remember now. Stop signs need to be there. Where are the stop signs? It's important to have them. Let's search them up. Stop sign. Stop light. Stop lamp, stop sign, street sign. No, not 80. We do not drive 80 here. There's a stop sign. That is not the one I searched for. Do we not have a stop sign? Ah, looks like we do not have a stop sign. That is our only stop sign, and I believe it is a stop. Cannot really tell. Ah, which one we take? I think this is the most fitting here out of them all. Quite sad we don't have a stop sign. Yeah, let's use this then. Whatever. I think they have quite a lot of them. If I take a look here. They have 1, 2, 3. The whole road is full of stop signs if you look at this. Second one seems more fitting, Emo, yeah. If you look at this, quite a lot of stop signs. They really want to make sure you stop here. So that's... I hate this when this happens. So let's put a lot of stop signs here. Also one here. And one here. Quite a lot of stop signs. Same thing on the other side. Here. Also stop signs. Okay, copy paste. Paste. And copy paste. Okay, now it should be obvious that you need to stop here. Hey, Blood God! Welcome. Okay. And let's continue here with the supply dock. This is the perfect distance. And now we make a road. Obviously, I need to continue with this road, otherwise it's not fitting. We will use a width of 6. And hope this is not too big. It should be fine. Don't think it's too big. And let's make the sidewalk. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, delete the middle. Make this an angle. And let's use the log angle. Like this. It's always so difficult. This is always so difficult. Come on, don't toy around with me. There we go. That should be the distance. Okay. Now to this part. Is this the right? Can't really tell. Yes, 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 yes. This is okay. Go in here. Yeah, excellent. Okay, now this all needs to go. Color all of this in. Okay. And let's go to the single edge out and remove all of this crap. It's not looking good. Still not looking good. No. Ah, come on. I'm not happy with this. Then let's go with this. This is also not perfect. Now this is perfect. No, not perfect. Okay, these edges need to be removed. This works. It's impossible to notice, ignore that. Okay. My world build is a bit bugged. My mouse wheel is not working as intended. Okay, but I will notice this. So let's use this texture, paint over this, and paint over this. It's okay. I hope people don't notice it. Remove this crap. I hope it's really hard to tell, because for me, I can see it, but I hope the players don't see it. Okay, now this should be fine. The mouse wheel is inverted, it's bugged. And it's driving me crazy at the moment. For some reason it's now inverted. Now why do you not work? Now you work. Okay, look. I need to restart. This is driving me insane. Okay, let's reopen the map. Hopefully this is fixed now with the inverted mouse wheel. It's visible only if you really zoom in. Players can't see that. Okay, that is good then. Okay, now it's working as intended again. No inverted mouse wheel. Okay, players can go here. They can build their supply center here. They are happy with it. I have that nice little road here. And now we can maybe put in some sign that you can collect some supplies here. Let's go to the road tool. Pick line. Maybe we can come up with something cool. Maybe something yellow. Caution area. Could use this. And we paint this in here. I hate this when this happens. Okay, like so. And we have this little area we can go into. And here we have the supply area. Caution area yellow. I don't think this looks cool. How about we have a rectangle here? Will this look okay? And then we have arrows pointing towards it, maybe? I'm not sure, but it's looking better than an empty road. Definitely looking better. Okay, and here we put some arrows. Small arrows. I believe we have small arrows. What about a cross? No, we are not a helipad. It's not for the helicopter. Parking space, no. Helipad, no. Circle cross. Don't think we want a circle cross. No, I don't think we want this. We want the arrow. Yeah, then let's go with the arrow large, whatever. Arrow large, arrow long. What's the difference? Ah, okay, I see the difference. This one's very big. And this one... Yeah, I want this one. This is much better. 2 of them. Yeah, I'm happy with this. It's a nice supply area. And now let's copy this over to the other part of the map. So I do not forget the procedure. Good thing is this is symmetrical, so the distance is the same. So we can work with the same coordinates. the same distance. Okay, in between the river and the supply dock. We have a distance of 62. And here we have 88. So this needs to be here. This is good. And now the distance between the road and the supply dock. Distance between here and here is 37. Needs to be here. Here's 37. So let's bring the supply dock down just a tiny bit. Yep. And now we are good. Yep. Now we are good. Technicals can drive through here. They can harass. And now we bring in the road piece. Same texture as before. Same distance. How could I tell the measurement? You click on the top. Ruler tool. You use this ruler tool. And here on the bottom you cannot really see it, but it's here. Here on the bottom you can see length in feet. On the bottom left, length in feet. 37. Here you can check around here with the ruler tool. Very neat. Let's measure this. From the supply down here, it is 77. 77. So the same thing here. First, we cut the sidewalk in half. So we have a middle part. So one dot here, one dot here, one dot in the middle, remove the middle. Now we created this gap. And now I want the part sticking out of it. For some reason, I have the feeling this is not the correct sidewalk. This is sidewalk 2. This is sidewalk 1. Funny. I used the wrong sidewalk. Good thing I noticed it. We need to remove this. Wish there was a replace button. Sidewalk. This is the correct sidewalk. Remove this crap. And bring this guy over here. And also do this on this part. Good thing I noticed this. Okay, this should be fine. Anything sticking out here? Anything weird? Road looking clean. Good. Now we need to fix it here on the left as well, obviously. Okay, bolt this in. Remove this whole crap. And you go down. Like so. Okay. This good? I think this is good now. Okay. You in, you in. And you get deleted. Okay. Now how long is this? And what's the distance between the supply and this again? So I need to check again. AD, I think it was 77 or something. It is 65. 65. So let's fix this. 65 is here. Can we also fix this with the lock angle? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, this works. And now let's see. We have the exact same distance. Perfect. And now with the length. Let's check on the length. The length is something with 160. No, you cannot. I mean, I will check in a bit. 1 second. 160. Needs to be one more to the left. Like so. Then we're at 160-ish. Bit over it, but it's okay. So it's not possible to select an area as a group and rotate it, right? You can select this whole chunk. This whole thing, and you can rotate it. This works. But you cannot rotate a complete area. So if I say I want to have this whole thing rotated with all the lines and so, I think it will not work. Okay, let's fill this whole thing with textures. Not so, but like so. Used to play the game between 315 but never made maps. I was also very skeptical at the beginning with maps, as it's quite hard. But once you figure out how it works, it can actually be very refreshing to make maps. And rewarding with all the details. The amount of details in here is crazy. Before I made maps with StarCraft, and StarCraft was very nice, I created really cool maps, but I never released them. It was just something I did as a kid. Stuff you do as a kid. But here in Zero Hour I want to be competitive, so it's getting really refreshing to do this here. Once you know the drill of it, how it works, how the little things work, how the shortcuts work. Can be really nice to do maps then. Okay. I'm not happy with this, how it looks. It looks so washed out. You know what I mean? But I trust in Firearms saying nobody will notice it, but I notice it. And it's giving me nightmares. seeing this crap. Can we not somehow fix this? I mean, this is obviously the bigger part, so if we put this in here, we fix it from the left. I think it will look much better than the other way around. So this way I can say, hey, the sidewalk bleeded over to the texture left. Yeah, I think this looks much better. Here we do it this way. I mean, you can tell that it's a bit washed out. Okay, you go in here and you blend this one out. Like so, and so, and so, and so, and so. Okay, let's leave it at this. And now we bring in the textures, the details. So first there was the line. This one right here, the dashed line. First bring this over here. You can also not copy paste this as it will bug out. You go. Oh, come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, you go in here. Yeah, like so. As far as we can go to the right. This is the the farthest we can go. Now we use the dashed line in yellow. And we have these two arrows. We'll go by eye measurement. Let's do this one by eye. Okay, like so. You go here, and then we have the arrows there. And we can use the lock angle to make it a bit more fixed. Like so. Yeah, let's do it like so. And then have the arrow, the long. Not the long, we had the other one. The large. Yes, we had this one. You go here. Yes. Yes. Let's do it like so. Yeah, perfect. I'm happy with this. So how is this looking here? I will do the same thing here with the rectangle. Like so. This one I cannot leave like this. Okay, he does not want to be aligned. Then let's do it manually. Yeah. Let's leave it like so. Arrows should be facing towards the box. Didn't I do it? Towards the box? Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I slept up here. My bad. Thank you for telling me. Here you go. Come on. Then I do it manually, whatever. Go this direction. Okay. Now this is set and done. Now we work on the right supply. The right supply has more space, but it would be neat if it would be symmetrical. Now obviously here's the yield and the caution area. So having it here on the top sticking out would make the most sense, I believe. With that being said, I'm not really sure how it looks if we do it like this. It will look a bit messed. We could do the other way around. This one is facing towards the river and this one is facing towards the bottom of the map. Let's first cut a hole in here. And have the sidewalk go to the right. Just leave it close to the main road. Yeah, I prefer leaving it at a... Yeah. I think you should be right, firearm. So if we just leave it close to the road. As I do not like it to have one more part sticking out, it would look not good. Especially on this part where we have the yield. Will not look great. So let's leave it here next to the road. Ruler. There was a distance of 41. 41. Have it at the same size, same distance then, and same distance to the river then. This one has a distance of 60. 60 is here. Yep, there we go. $43. 40. It's okay. And now we are aligned. This one has details with it, this one has not. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Rotate it by 90 degrees and bring it really close to the road. Could do. But I want it like so that the players can build their supply centers there. You know what I mean? In the same direction. So if here at China we have a supply center. The player builds it here. And the other player builds it here. I want it perfectly aligned here. Perfectly symmetrical. Okay, now let's do it on the right. Rotation of -45. -45. So 60 was the distance to the river. And 42 to the road. Yeah, let's do it like so. This should work. Now it's symmetrical, and the players can equally build their supply centers here. Hey, Alucard! Cool, dich hier zu sehen. Hey, grüß dich. How is it going? Okay, we saved. Now for the textures. This will be the easy part, the texturing. I think I had a palette here somewhere. Yeah, here's the palette. So we have this part, type 13. Let's use this one, type 1. And texture here a little bit. With the size 2. I would like to have bushes and trees here. Let's try to bring in a little bit of detail here. This is the first texture we use. And then we have the darker one. Type 12. Thank you, Alucard. Much appreciated. Yeah, I spent a lot of time already on this map. Raubt mir jede Nerv, diese Map. Here's a darker tone. You cannot really tell the difference now, but it will make a picture once you have filled in all the textures. Let's have a look at my other map. Gentool's Secret Lab. Where I use these textures. I just blobbed them here. I just created blobs. This one type 22. Yeah, so we just blobbed them. Okay, let's use more textures. We have used this one and we have used this one. Now we can use this one. Type, I think we already used this one. Now we use this one. Type 22, yeah. This is the one. And then the brighter one. So this one paints in here. It's something I'm not really good at. Painting textures, this is something I'm really bad at. Adrian is a mastermind behind this. He's also very quick and efficient with it. Then we use a brighter one. I think I first used this one and this one. I created this blob and then I painted in the... I think I did it like this. But I'm not a fan of the darker tone. Don't really like it. I think I will remove this one. I don't like it. We will work with this texture instead. The other one is too ugly. Okay, where have I not painted yet? It's sometimes really hard to tell. Maybe with the bird view you can tell better? Not exactly. Hard to tell, man. Okay, let's... Yeah, let's use the brighter one here for the supply dock. Actually, you know what? We use a dirt one. What's this one? think that's fitting. So we have a little dirt path. I think that should be fitting. Let's also bring this a little bit out here for the detail. And let's etch this out. Yeah, this looks okay. And maybe there's another texture we can blend into it. Like this maybe. Looks okay. Then a road. Dirt road. Not this one. This one. We have a tiny little road. No, looks shit. Looks shit. Path? Dirt path? Maybe? Perhaps like this? Looks a bit stupid. There's a track. Track. Train track. Of tanks. Tank track. Thick line, caution strip, cross. Arrow long, train track, dirt path, leaves. Railroad, dirt path. Dirt path. Dirt roads, tracks. Yeah, this is what I'm searching for. I think this will look a bit better. So we put this in like so. Bring it a little bit in here. Come on, be around. So like so. A little bit of detail. I think this looks okay. This looks good. And now we do a little bit of detail. First we copy this over before I forget how I did it. So first we had this texture. Because I think this looks really decent actually. Bring this paint over here. Same size. Bit sticking out. To be more realistic. And then we have the second texture blending in. Yep, like so. And then we have the pathway. Going in a curve. Yep, like so. Exactly. Okay, now back to the detail. Now what we can use is some sandbags. Sandbags is at sand... at man-made medium... man-made. Mist man-made. Sandbags. Sand wall. Or maybe a few piles. Let's have a wall here. Maybe like so. And a corner part. This one goes a bit into the ground. And then we have a few piles here. We need to keep in mind he still wants to build a supply center here. So I cannot fill this whole spot with sandbags. Not advisable. And rotate this. We have it like so. Yeah, I think this is alright. And here we have the supply center right here. There's the supply centers. We cannot block this pathway. What we can do, however, is... No, not this one. That would be funny. Also not this one. This would fit in, I think. A pump? No. I want a few piles. So if we go to the sandbag, back to the sandbag, and we choose a pile. Throw in a few piles here. And I believe we should be able to build on these piles. Like so. Let me quickly close the door. 1 second. Cats are in the building again, and I needed to close the door so my neighbors don't hear me screaming all the time here. Yeah, I think this looks okay. And we need to check if we can build stuff on these piles. That is super important to check. So let's redirect the starting position to here to the left. So we can check this. Go back into the game and I drink something. Okay, hello little kitty cat. How are you? Do you want to cuddle? Would the map be flat? No, I will bring more detail in. At the moment it's flat, but I want to bring in more detail later. I have a few ideas in my mind, but at the moment it's flat, yeah. But I don't want it to be super flat. I think we were on the right. So let's check if we can build something on these piles. From a cosmetic view, this looks really cool. So if we build a reactor and we build a supply center, we should be able to build on these supply piles, on the sandbag piles, I mean. Let's check.
Build orders complete, sir.
No, no, we can absolutely not. Not possible. Okay, good thing I checked. It's a cool detail, but needs to go again. Sadly. Gameplay always goes over
Have big plans.
cosmetic. As good as it looks, we need to have better
Looks promising.
gameplay.
Nice location.
So now I should be able to build a supply center there. Let's check.
Building is complete.
Yeah, now it's working.
We will live in prosperity.
You're on the bottom as well. Okay. Sorry for the sandbag piles, but it is what it is. Then we leave it like it is and add a few trees and textures. So let's do the sandbags on the upper part of the map as well. So here, put these in. End part. Not again. Trig areas. And have the same thing here on the right. Okay, you go in here. And you be here. And you be here. The sandbag needs to go down a little bit. Yeah, like so. Okay. And then we add this little crate. Ooh, a salvage crate. Also cool stuff to put down. Hope it doesn't give a crusader. There's one thing which gives a crusader. Need to be extra careful with this. Sandbag piles. And we had the... Oh, what was it again? Let's recheck. This one. Yeah, there we go. Now let's keep on working on the textures. It's so hard to tell where I painted the textures. I can't really tell. So there's one. And I don't think I painted it here. Let's paint this over here. It's so difficult to tell. Okay, now you go over here. And now we use another texture, so this one right there, and we paint it over here. Hello, Sexbot. You will be banned. And Sexbot gone. Yep, like so. Feel like we need another texture here. Something is missing. Let's use this texture. It's a new one. And doesn't really fit in. Let's not use this one. Okay. And then this texture goes here. I'm not happy with the water. Hey, Exterminator, how are you? I feel like I'm missing one texture. This one goes in here. And then we use this texture, paint it over here. And paint it in here. I hate this texture work. I wonder how Adrian is so good in it. Like he's super pro on this stuff and super quick and efficient. For me it looks so shit. We use this texture, paint it here. And for the cliff we use a cliffy texture. We have this palette, we will use... Let's check on Gentool's Secret Lab. We'll use this texture. Hey cat, thank you for blocking the screen. I don't need the screen, you can block it, it's okay. Okay, now half of my screen is blocked by a fur ball. I had two types of mountains here actually. Cat, it's really hard to tell where my map is. Let's use this texture. And yeah, move your furry butt out of there, thank you. We paint in here. Now is this the right texture? I don't think so. But we first will work with it until we find something better. But I do not believe this is the right texture. Okay, you go in here. Continues over to the right. Yeah, let's first work with this one. Okay. How to edge this out, and this needs fixing. It's too stitchy. Will this map have an AI for skirmish? Yes, for sure. This map will have AI support, yeah. Absolutely. Make this look smoother. Like so. Excellento. Now, this is not a realistic cliff. You will not find this in nature, like like it is looking right at the moment. But at the same time, this is a military base. So the military has terraformed this area. They have created this river. That's why it is looking like this. But yeah, some excuse for me why this looks so not good. To put it like this. We will leave it at this. And use the texture, paint it over on top. Now I could build a civilian building here. I could. But the more buildings I place down, the more it affects the gameplay. So I have one guardian tower here, one guard tower. Now there could be one building fitting in. But you need to imagine a player likes to drop. They drop here, here's your supply line. Player drops in here. Not good. Not good for the players, which are here, building their base. So I think we don't put a building here. I'm not in favor for this, so let's not do this. I also have the feeling that there is something missing in here. Maybe I use this texture and use it here on the supply dock. So it looks a bit more sticking out of the whole picture. Like so. And use the other texture to bring in a bit more detail. I would build it like so. So now it's a bit more sticking out of the whole picture. Go back to the texture, grass texture, and fill this in. And here. And a few little worms here. I call these worms because they look like worms. And one more here. Next texture. This one right there. Paint this in here. This looks so Picasso. It's modern art. And one here. A bit here. A bit here. And a bit here. Tiny little bit here. Okay, and then we had one more texture, which was this one, I believe. Can use this area. No, we already used this. Okay, never mind. There was a darker tone. This one. It's so hard to tell. I think it's this one. Can't tell these textures apart. Yeah, this one we haven't used. You go in here. Texturing a map is not my favorite to do. Alright. We will leave it at this. Now for the trees. And the rocks. Tree pine. Don't think we need pines. It looks okay. What did I use for Gentool Secret Lab? We used pines. Yeah, we used pines. So let's go with pines. And place a few trees here. Normally I like to go dense. So lots and lots and lots and lots of trees. Issue is it will interfere with the performance of the map. So let's not go overboard with the trees. Just a tiny few. But yeah, in theory I would go totally overboard here with it. Let's only have a few. I mean, this is still a lot what we have. I also don't want to affect the gameplay by placing too many trees here, as players might not be able to build buildings on it. Let's go with this. I have a few here and a few here. This spot I will leave empty. I have a few here. And now on the top. The thing is why I don't put in any height levels, any mountains, is because then you cannot build so many buildings. The more uneven the ground, the worse it is for the players to build. And this is for 50k 3 versus 3 players. They build lots of stuff. They need building space. Hey, TK Leo! How is it going for you, sir? TK Leo is one of the map masters ever. He's one of the top-notch guys in the map making. So if you have a map of TK Leo, you know it's good. And I still need to finish this campaign. Yeah, I still need to finish your campaign. You don't have to say it. But yeah, TK Leo is the god in map making. Let's have a tiny little bit of more trees here, like so. Just a tiny little bit. Yeah, let's keep it at this. It looks good. And it doesn't hinder the players building buildings here. Now, if I'm a 3 versus 3 50k player, let's imagine it. Let's play through it. Let's play through the scenario. Now I'm playing a 3 versus 3 with 2 mates. We are playing on 50k. We are tired of Twilight Flame because it's a boring map. And we come to this map, we see, oh, cncHD created a new map. Let's test it out. We start with 50k. I'm Gile. I have lots of stuff. And we come in here, we have lots of cash, and I'm on the wrong side. Stupid me. Thank you, Tikaleo. That coming from you means a lot to me, as you are obviously one of the best map makers out there with the visual design.
Can I have some shoes?
Okay, I'm a 50k player. I built a supply stash.
Cannot fit there.
Let's play through it.
I will obey.
Can I make it a bit faster? Tiny little bit.
I'm hungry.
And I want to have like crazy amount of arm stealers.
I will work. Yes. I will
Does it
work.
have to be
Barracks maybe.
I will work. I'm hungry.
I think this is like the black market space here in behind.
Construction
We have a palace. We have more arm stealers.
Peace. Do not hurt me. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's correct size.
I will obey.
Yeah, it should be good.
I am finished with the work. I'm hungry.
Okay, yeah. I think we are good.
Work.
This is the building space we need for the 50k players.
Work is complete.
Like I said, they built a lot, and this is a lot of building space.
Okay, I will work.
And they can build here, so all is good. You only have one building. The building can shoot in all directions. It's not messing with anything. The dock is not falling apart. This terrain is not falling apart. There's nothing falling apart. Okay, excellent. Hey, Mahmoud. Welcome. Glad to see you here. So let's copy this whole part over to the right. First we use the textures. I think this is the only thing we need to do. Do the textures. Also save. Let's work on the cliff first. Again, this is an ugly cliff. I have no better solution for this cliff. It is what it is at the moment. It's ugly. Until I come up with a better solution. Don't shame the ugly, okay? Not nice. First time on your stream. Is it really a context for a map design and the price? No, it's not the price 50k. It's a bit misleading. There's a whole community out there which plays starting cash 50k. So normally you would play 10k. So you have 10,000 starting cash. These players, they play 50,000 starting cash. And you can tell by the money that they need lots of space to build their buildings and their big army, as they will have lots of them. So I'm building them a map because they want to host a tournament soon. And I'm building them a map. TK Leo, by the way, if you're still watching, on Game Replays, General Sahel created this map looking for map makers. It's paid work. So if you want to make some money from map making and you want to help out the Arabic community, look for gamereplays.org. There's a topic by General Sahel for the VNS clan. They are looking for map makers, paid work, to make maps for their tournaments. And this is one of the maps here. It's a tournament map. And yeah. If you're still watching TK Leo, maybe this might be something for you. This is not something I like here. I can link you the topic, TK Leo. 1 second. I'll link you the topic. Maybe you're interested. Let me quickly find it. There's the arrangements. There it is. Who are the highly skilled people who make maps? I'll link you in here. And maybe also link it on YouTube. Maybe somebody is interested. There's General Sahel looking for talented map makers. The best of the best. It's paid work. And yeah, this map is for them. That's why I'm making this map. Okay, let's etch this out. All you need to do is get in contact with General Sahel. That's the only thing you need to do. And etch this one out. And then smoothing it out. Alright. It's not that ugly. It's still ugly, but not that anymore. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now let's save. Now we come to the annoying part, which is the textures, which I do not like. We have this texture. Let's apply this on here. Tiny little bit. Alright. Sounds good, Mahmoud. So there's the topic. Just get into contact with General Sahel and see what he says. I think Tanso and No Mercy also applied. But I don't know what their status is. If they got accepted or not. I'm not sure. Because Tanso and No Mercy are also really skilled map makers. No, it's not. It's not a prize. You can think it's a prize. It's a bit misleading. I give you this. It's misleading. Just a different format to play with. Can we add this darker tone here beneath the supply? Make this a bit more sticking out. Like so. And then this texture. Applying this here a bit on. I know it's Discord, thank you for the information, didn't know Sahel doing that. Yeah, he's currently doing this. They have the VNS clan. I think it's a clan. And they are planning a tournament. I'm pretty sure, TK Leo, he knows you. I'm pretty damn sure. I will tell him right now. Let me start Discord. I will tell him that you applied. 1 second. Let me write him there. I'm currently live streaming the map making and TK Leo is watching. I have told him to get in contact with you if you need more map makers. I think he has sent you a friend request. Okay, I told Sahil. Okay, back to the texturing. Hello, cat. Now you're still blocking the screen, cat. Please lay down. Not on the keyboard. Okay, now here for this. And here. And a little bit here. No, not on the keyboard, cat. Why you do this? And a little bit here. And something for here as well. And here. Maybe here. And now let's use a different texture. Maybe this one. Okay, where was my texture? I can't tell them apart. They look so close to each other, these textures. So difficult to tell them apart. And I don't want to have a free tile blending error issue. Now this should be fine. And then here. This cliff looks so ugly. Maybe one dot here? One tiny dot? And you tiny dots here? A little bit here? Okay, and dip. Dip, 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 dip. And dip, 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 dip. Bit more here. And tiny little bit more here. And more here. This is so ugly, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I think I had another texture. Maybe this one out of this whole mess. I think I don't have applied this one on here yet. Or was this texture? It is this texture. We had a darker one. Where's the darker one? There it is. Okay, bring this in here. I hope I don't do a blend error now. And you go in here. Tiny little bit here. A tiny little bit here. Alright, thank you for joining me, TK Leo, in today's stream. Have a good one. Goodbye. Fill this in, fill this in. Okay. Now, isn't this art? I call this abstract art. Absolutely perfect. Not. Okay, now for the trees. Oh man, this cliff is so ugly. It's so ugly. This is the most ugliest cliff ever. Tree. Oop. The trees will cover it. I think I slam some I will slam some stones on there. Seriously. Just throw some stones on this cliff. Hopefully something will stick on it and makes it more beautiful. Hello, tree. Okay, now it's working. Boop, boop. Alright. And a few more here. No cat, don't roll over my keyboard. And a few tiny more here on the right. Now, obviously, I have not created any bushes yet. It's usually because I forget the bushes. Happens to me all the time. If you play a map by me, you'll notice I most of the time don't place any bushes, as I mostly forget. It's not that I like them, or I hate them. It's just that I forget. Okay, more trees for the right. And for here. And for this position, and for this position. Also for here. Okay, I think we should be good now. Now for the stones. Because this cliff needs to be covered. So badly. Where do I have stones? Shrubbery. Natural rocks. Give me that rock. Give me like a big brown rock. Something I can slam on there. Something which looks good. You don't look good. We need like a brown one. You, for example? Yeah, something like this. Yeah, give me the big one. I take the whale. The whole thing. Rotate it and get that thing down. And in here. That whole thing. Yeah, maybe it's like so. Yeah, now we are talking. Now we are talking. I have a few more tiny rocks sticking out of there. Not this one, as it's not the same color. What about the cluster? We raise the Z so it's above the water level. And we bring it with rotation in here. Let's rotate a little bit. Bring this down to the water level. It's sticking out. And put this in here. This looks so much better. Okay, next. Now I don't want to slam the whole thing with rocks, obviously. Just so it's a bit more clear. Now you go a bit down like so. So it makes sense. This makes a whole lot of sense to me. And we continue this here on the left. How about like so? I don't want to go overboard with the rocks. That's not what I want. Huh. Yeah, let's have it like so. And maybe... yeah, we will leave this here maybe, or just put one rock here. For the corner. Because it's usually placed next to... try smaller maybe. Smaller rocks. Okay, maybe smaller rocks. You try smaller. And these are small. Yeah, let's try smaller. These are small. So if we go something like this maybe. Sticking out a little bit. Yeah, let's try this. And this big one then goes. Maybe something sticking out of here. Maybe put it down. Like so. So only a bit is sticking out. Let's not go overboard with it. And have it go to the left. Like so. This one will be removed. Yeah, let's have it like so. So we are not going overboard with it. But we are making the cliff a bit more refreshing. We could also place down a few bushes on there. Maybe the tall rocks in the middle of the river look a lot realistic. So the tall rocks, these ones, the spikes. The spikes. Like so maybe? I'm unsure about this one. And we will do the same thing here for the top. I'm thinking about giving the river edges a mud looking texture. I mean, that's not a bad idea. with the white, with that white texture. Not a bad idea. I will come up with something later. Let's first finish off what's left here. Still have this whole mess started up. Let's actually for now leave this. I will get inspiration for the next session and we continue now with the next part, which will be the player size, the player spot size, because this is really important, as I also need to mirror this over to the top. So in Twilight Flame, I copied this over from Twilight Flame. This is the same player spot size which we have in Twilight Flame. I'm wondering if you can put the aircraft carrier in the river on each side. No capturable aircraft carrier. This is a tournament map for competitive gameplay and they will have thousands of dollars here in the prize pool. Having an aircraft carrier is more for fun maps, but this is a deadly serious map. So sadly no. Also, these battleships are not selectable. You cannot toy around with these battleships. They are just decoration. Okay, back to the player position size. In Twilight Flame, we have a left and a right spot, a left and a right spot. We have 4 spots. I mean, there's space for 2 players here, obviously. But the 3 versus 3 players on Twilight Flame, they like to be on the left corner and the right corner, and one is in the middle. This one is the Air Force guy. So if you have 1 player in the middle, so let's say player 1 is in the left and player 2 is in the middle. You go here and you go here. Okay, this will be a difficult part. This one is in the middle. So the left and the right player can support their mate in the middle. This one will be the air player or something. The one who supports left and right. And the left player will be here. He also needs to have lots of building space. But I don't want him to touch the opponent directly. There needs to be space in between. So this one, he has lots of building space. And the left player can also take the right space and build buildings there. They have good amount of building space. So let's have the right player here. Let's assume he's here. Player free start. They could also be here next to the dock. So they are spawning in the military base. Speaking about the military base, I also need to make a clear point where it ends, where it starts, because this looks messy. Really messy. Let's go to 6 brush width. Lock angle. This is a bit too much messy here. Let's have it like so. To the water. So we could make it like so. And then this whole area is filled. This one stays as it is. And then here it's sticking out again. Not like so. Remove this. So this is the naval base size. Looks a bit like a mask. It's a helm. That's a Vikinger helm. A Viking helm. You see the Viking helm in there? It's exactly a Viking helm. Helmet. Viking helmet. Okay, this player will spawn here then. Here. And this player here. Well, these need to be on the same coordinate. Same X. 3,600. With long ears, yeah, correctly. Viking with long ears, very long ears. He's a Pikachu. Pikachu Viking. 3,600, 3,700. 3,700. The X. Actually wrong on the Y. Y coordinate. 2,800. 2,800. And then there's the middle guy. I think that should be a good distance. And this player can build his base towards here. And he can still protect his mate. And here ends the naval base. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Now for the rest of this map. I want a symmetrical with the player positions, so both teams have the same size of building space. Pikachu warrior. Yeah, it's a Pikachu warrior. Pika P. Needs to have the same size. So this one is already mirrored to here, to the right. And I want this to be grassy texture. What I want is, if you look at the military base again. How does this work? How do I go back out of this? Yeah, there we go. So if you look here at the military base, this is what I want for the top team. They are on the training ground with the roads and stuff. So here we have the naval base for the left team. This is the left team. And then it goes over to this training ground. I'm not sure if I can replicate this. I also don't want to replicate this exactly, as it will be hard for the players to build buildings on there. But it's an idea. It's a rough idea how I want it. So here is training ground area. We need dirt. We need the dirt texture. Not this one. This looks not good. But actually a bit more dirt. Field grease sand. No, not this. Let's check. Let's see how the texture looks. I want actual dirt, not this. This looks not good. Grass, 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 dirt. Wood, grass, cobble, residential. These are all ugly textures. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I can see this texture. But what could be corresponding to this texture? Is there anything corresponding with this texture? Not this one. Dirt. No, absolutely not. Grass, grass, grass. Nah, this doesn't look good. I have a few open maps. Maybe there's something in here I can take inspiration from. This is beach type. It's not what I can use. I mean, this is a good choice of texture, but it's more for a railroad, not for a training ground. And this is desert. We don't want desert. No, we cannot use the desert. What I'm looking for is this texture. I think this texture would actually fit in. It's a beach park sand type 4. Beach park sand type 4. So this texture. Bit more bright. But it matches with the left bright concrete. So maybe we can use this. So let's think here for a bit. This is the training ground. We see here. This is the training ground. And then we go in with the darker one. It doesn't look good. It looks not good. Looks like a chocolate chip cookie. That's how it looks like. I don't want to bake food. I want to make a map. A good map. Not a chocolate chip cookie. Now I'm hungry for cookies. Great. This should be the texture. Yeah. Exactly. This is it. This gives me the vibe of this military training ground. Also quite a few roads going through it. All these hangars. I believe these are hangars. For tanks, maybe. Also very linear. There's not much curving going on there. So it's just a whole blob of road madness. So let's keep this texture in mind. Whoops, not like this, but like this. So we keep this in mind, we delete this again. And now I want this whole part to be military ground. So let's use the texture and make this whole part military ground. I will do the same like here. It's going like a rectangle to the bottom, and here it has a sticking part out of it. Do the same thing here for realistic purposes. So let's choose the lock angle. Go this direction. And this direction. Here we cut it. And we go this direction. Here is this front, these parts sticking out. And this part goes to there. Like so, maybe? And this part goes down here. And then this goes to the bottom. And then we fill this whole space up. Move this. And fill up this, fill up. So something like this. Now we obviously need to find a way that the players each have their similar building space. Now let's bring in the roads. Let's check. Roads. They also have a railroad in here. There's an actual railroad going through it. And I like trains. I'm a big fan of trains. There's a lot of barbed fence. And a parking lot. Barbed fence, parking lot. I like that train thingy going on in here. Going to this delivery hall. I cannot place down the delivery hall. It is, it's not called like that. A storage room. I cannot build this storage hangar, as it brings in unbalances on the map. Players can secure it, while the players in the naval base cannot. So you need to be extra careful with these buildings. What I can do now is bring in these road pieces. These are not single dotted. There appears to be no dot on there. These are dotted. These have dots next to the railroad. The left ones have no dot. Oh, it's just a blurry picture. Yeah, they all have dots. They all have dots. Let's try to replicate this. It'll be difficult. So if we go into the bird view and we choose a 2-lane gray, yeah, like this one. I want a dotted one. I don't want this one. What about the dark? No. This one. I'm looking for this one. 2-lane dark dotted. It appears to be very dark. But it is the road I'm looking for. Let me check on the Google again. Yeah, I think it's too dark. As this one is very bright. It's not this dark. But it would save me a lot of time doing it like so. Or I could just go with this road again. Have a tiny road like this. I think this would look much better. So if we choose this road. And we don't use this road. We create our own road. With the size of here. So this is 4. This is a size of 4. And I will also end the stream in a bit. It's getting late. We accomplished a lot today in the stream. So the road goes to the right. It's going outside here. And it's going narrow to the bottom. Has a few like this. And then it goes like so. And we have a line here. Like so. No, not on this position, but actually on this position. And then we have a road down here. Here's this curve. Like so. And here we have a middle part. I cannot replicate it exactly. And I also shouldn't replicate it exactly. As there's still balance to keep in mind. But maybe I can do it something like this. And here's also road. And something is going down here. And they match. Actually, they don't match like so. They go to the bottom. Then they match like so. And then this goes to like so. And this goes to the bottom. Something like this. This doesn't apply. This is a military ground, a training ground where they train. And there's also a railroad going through to the left part here. You go to a railroad train track. To find a good fitting train track. I think it would be this one. Or maybe the darker one. It's this one. The brighter one. And we have this train track. Go here. With 2 lines. I'm not so sure of the train tracks, to be honest. And these match here. And this goes... No, I'm not so happy with it. Like so, and this goes all the way down. Where does it go? Hey, insane Timur! I'm not sure if you will see it. I mean, I can put it on CNC Labs. Insane Timur. It should be possible to place it on there. It's not much big of a deal. I will also put it into the Steam Workshop and yeah, Steam Workshop and CNC Labs. Yeah, works. So we have this railroad and one goes here to the top. All the way to the top. And it ends right here, abrupt. So like this. And here on the bottom. Makes a circle there. And see, abrupt. I mean, I don't have to do it exactly like this. It's just an inspiration. But the railroad goes down. There's a whole railroad. So, where is that point? Don't see a connecting point here. I will figure it out. There's the connecting point. Okay, this railroad goes down to here. And it will have a connecting point here. Like so. And this goes to the top. This looks so weird. But it will take shape once we have worked on it. And it's just a rough sketch. Here are the roads, which we will make by hand. Because I'm not a fan of the dotted ones. Not a big fan. And here we will have one of the first players spawn. They can use this whole area to build. Okay. So if you place down the player, he would spawn here. Let's work with the distance. This one is on the Y 3522. But I don't think I should play around with Y, but with the X. X 2195. And here with the distance to the water, I will leave the water in for balancing purposes. If the player attacks with Comanches or King Raptors, the water needs to be in exactly the same as on the top. Else it will be unbalanced. I could also replace it with a mountain. But then you can still put a bird in there and hide it. Hide him. Or bikes. So it's unbalanced. Hey, Ico Magic, how's it going? Hope you had a great day. Okay, yeah, the distance, okay. Distance between the river and the player. So here, the distance is, let's say 500. So the player needs to be here. There needs to be the player. Exactly here. Now, if I am this player, I will think, man, this map looks ugly. So I need to work around with this a bit more. And we remove this part. We remove this part. And this part will be moved down. Now this is the good part of a sketch. We can just toy around with it as much as we like. This goes here. The rails go there. And this goes here. Now for the railroad. We are starting next to a railroad. Do I like that? Not exactly. Looks a bit stupid, but I mean, in the general's challenge against the laser general, you also start next to a railroad. It looks okay. So we leave it in. We leave it in. Let's remove this, bring this down and do it like so, maybe. Yeah, let's work like this. So the player who spawns in here has a bit of building space. And the other two players will be here and here on the bottom. Okay, but that will be it for today. I believe we have made good progress. Really good progress. We finished this island. It's pretty much finished. The road and stuff. Maybe you put a few more fences down here, barbed fences. But at the moment I would say this looks finished. As well as this part looks finished. It's mirrored over. The military dock is not finished. It's a rough sketch. What we will do here is work with roads. There will be a lot of parking lots and roads going here along this. And I think I will actually work with roads here. So 2-lane. Yeah, I think I will use this road. And paint my way through here. A lot of parking lots. Sidewalk. Parking lines. We'll have a lot of parking lines in here. It's just a rough sketch. I will change this later. People park here a lot. Yeah, we'll come up with something in next session. Looks pretty decent. I'm happy with it. And here on the top we have the training ground, which is a rough sketch at the moment. It will get more detail later. And I don't want this player in the middle to feel like he is crammed in with stuff he doesn't want to deal with. So maybe I come up with something else here. I have to see. So thanks again for watching, guys. I will end the stream here now. Was a great stream, very productive. And we will see us in the next stream. This has been your cncHD, and have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one, and take care of yourself. Till the next time, guys. Goodbye.